Hello everyone and welcome to another Wolf IT video. This is Forti. In today's video I am going to be going over a recent upgrade that I have made to my troubleshooting arsenal, my repair arsenal. It is a dedicated cell phone repair station featuring a octoplus unlocking box and some other software. I have been wanting this upgrade for a while. Let's get into it in just a minute. But first, I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. Your support is greatly appreciated. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already. This Your support is appreciated. I look forward to comments as well from the crowd. It's been a while. I apologize. I've just been very busy the past couple weeks. Life has happened, so that's why I haven't uploaded a video in a while. Hopefully, they'll be more regular going forward. Actually do have a couple of projects back to back. I would also like to announce the opening of a physical storefront in the near future over the next couple months. So I've been busy with the legwork of that. More details will follow. I'm probably going to do a couple of work logs in that process of setting up video cameras, alarm systems, my POS choices, and all that. So please stay tuned for that. And your support, as I said, is greatly appreciated. Going back to what we were talking about, the repair station. Let me go ahead and switch the camera. See the hardware. So, I'm basically using some old equipment, new equipment, refurbished equipment. Let's start off with the monitor. This is a 21-inch Samsung display that actually was saved from the landfill. My sister was given several of these. She actually saw them tossed on the curb. The owner of the house happened to be present. She's like, "Hey, can I grab these? Is there anything wrong with them?" I was like, "No, just want to get rid of them." So she grabbed them. I have two of these. So with a little bit of cleanup, the ports were really bad. Opened it up, make sure that everything was good inside. But for about an hour's worth of cleanup work, I have a really nice monitor. Now the main brains, if you will, powering the system are a Lenovo mini PC. This is the M715Q. This has a 4-core AMD APU on it with a pair of two 8 GB DDR4 RAM modules for a total of 16 gigs, and a 240 GB NVMe drive. Now, for storage, I do have a dedicated NAS. That actually is going to be getting an upgrade because of the new business. I am going to probably be making a pool of drives just for the repair stuff. The file sizes can get pretty big, multiple gigabytes, per ROM file, firmware file. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to go about with that, or I may do a small dedicated NAS just for this leg of the business. I'm not sure yet. But probably a pull on my main NAS is going to be how I'm going to go. So, and of course, the star of the attraction is the octopus box. Out of the box, it has activation for just general purpose, and then you buy add-ons for it. Right now, because I mainly deal with Samsung devices, I've only activated the Samsung side of things. Just close all this stuff out. I was doing some network troubleshooting earlier on here. So basically, I have activated the Samsung, which gives you a classic and a regular interface. The main suite, which is pretty powerful. And then I have the FRP tool add-on, so like I think an extra $50 or so, 50 US dollars, which allows the Google unlocking, the FRP unlocking for a lot of Android devices. Now there are some devices it can't do. Actually, I came across one of those devices early on. Happened to be the first device I tested, which was a Samsung A11, a Galaxy A11. But my understanding is that it was an exception and not the norm for a lot of devices. So this this was, I'd say, mid-range. I was looking out of the boxes, but the support, and I do want to add JTAG support later on, which Octoplus does have a more extensive box and suite of software for that. So, and I've actually worked with this in the past, so I was somewhat familiar with the interface. I don't have a phone connected right now, so let's just open up the suite so I can give you guys a... Come on. Alright, why isn't this opening? Okay, here we go. Took a second. Now, one thing I'd like to mention, I did get this from a European supplier. I am not going to mention any names. And my only word of advice to those that are wanting to invest is make sure that everything is activated, or what the reseller's activation policy is for the software. What happened with Linebox is it came, plugged it in, it showed that the firmware was incorrect, so I had to go back and flash the correct firmware, only to find that the Samsung module I had paid for was not activated. I went back and forth with support, so it turns out that I had to notify them to activate the Samsung thing, which was a pain in the neck. And yeah, that was just an unnecessary bit of support. Now, just to show you guys the suite software, we have support for Sony Ericsson, Sony, Huawei, Alcatel, ZTE, Sky, LG, which, I mean, Sony Ericsson, Sony, you don't see many phones anymore. But I still see them now and then here in Europe. Same thing with LG. They're not big over here, but they do pop up now and then. These are separate activations. So like the Huawei is probably going to be my next upgrade. That's, I think, about $50 a pop. But this is powerful. I mean, you can read the codes for unlocking. You can read the info. It'll automatically detect the device. Let's see if this phone has any juice so I can show that process. Yeah. So all you do, just hook up the phone to USB-C, and hope I don't break the port here. This is going to turn into a port replacement video. All right, so no SIM card detected. We know that. Okay, so say I want to do some servicing on this phone. All you do is go up here, click on Read Info, and bam, it gives all the information. The sales code, country code, firmware versions, security patch level, everything you need to know to basically do more in-depth work on the device. So, yeah. Now let's open up so you can see the difference. This comes up with a warning. Yes, we know. Let's go ahead here and open up the Samsung module. So this, by the way, is a Samsung A11 that I have, the one that had issues with an FRP. Now I do have a another service that I use for the devices that octoplus can't do. So I'm pretty much able to service, you know, a good deal of the majority of devices on the market right now at a higher cost to me, but I mean, customer service comes first. So I'll go ahead and hit on auto detect so it'll find the device. All right, so it found the A115 on Cricket Mobile. So here you have MDM unlock, you have the FRP unlock, read info, read codes, which is used for unlocking, unlock, change CSC, which is basically CSC codes are the carrier, what the carrier uses to, the carrier files. So, and then you have some other options here, a little more advanced. Overall, I am happy with my investment. Now this did come with a set of cables. You know, most of the stuff is done through traditional USB, but it did come with a couple of UART cables. It comes from what they call the Optimus cable. I've yet to use this. It has a few different modes. It has a little switch here. I'm not that versed on these type of repairs, so you know, it does come with a cable set, and extra cables. You know, other cables are available pretty readily. Now on this bench, I also have a USB hub, a couple of extra USB-C micro USB cables, and I also have one of these voltage detectors. If you watched my first video on tools, I did mention this little device. This basically plugs into an outlet and gives you a voltage and an amperage draw. And I like to use these on a power bank, only because, you know, a lot of the devices that I get in the office are, you know, smashed, or, you know, I don't know what the heck's wrong with them, and I really don't feel comfortable in plugging them into mains. So I just use the power bank. You know, gives me accurate results most of the time. SIM card tool, and then I have a set of OTG adapters, which allow me to connect a mouse. This is a USB to Lightning. I don't do Apple, but I recently had, and this is where I needed one of these devices for an Apple, so it was cheap, so I grabbed it. And then a mini SD card to USB reader. So that pretty much is it. I would like to thank you guys for watching. This has it's always a pleasure. And please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys, and stay tuned for future projects. Happy repairing.